guys, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a blessed day. We are here to review Sky of Seven Colors by Rachel Nelson, or Rachelle Nelson. Not sure how to pronounce her name. I think of this one. Well, first and foremost, on Goodreads, it is classified as a Christian young adult fantasy. The blurb reads as, in a strange part of the forest, the divide between worlds grows thin. After the accident, Meg would do anything to wake up her best friend from his deadly coma. At least, that's what she whispered into the woodland shadows. She never imagined her wish would trap her in a gray other earth, void of any color. Meg's vibrant humanity is a priceless artifact in the Grey Kingdom, coveted by the royal court. All she wants to do is find a way back home, until she discovers the other earth contains healing powers that can save her friend, but only if Meg becomes what the Grey people need, a human bride for Calmus, the powerful king of the capital city. With her heart torn between earths, Meg's choices may cost more than she knows. Oh, what do I feel about this one? Yes. I'm not sure how to approach this, but let's just start from this book. Meg and her best friend Andrew are hiking behind his family's winter cabin, and he falls due to mud making the rocks a little bit not stable. And he hits his head, has a head injury, and goes into a coma, in which that he doesn't have the best outlook on it. During that time, Meg has these dreams calling her back to the woods, so she goes back, and then all of a sudden she is pulled into a thin in-between. There she meets these giant people called croppers from a other earth that everything is pretty much kind of void of color. Everything to the human eye is a gray scale. She is just vibrant with color, but in like earth terms, she feels like she's not that vibrant. Well, the croppers tell her there's no way to send her back to her earth, and that she has to come with them to marry their king. And then the croppers, who are Vaughn and Prose, I think is how you pronounce his name, they prepare her for what she's about to go to in the earth, but she tries to run away as much as she can until she finds out that the king can heal Andrew. So she agrees to go with Vaughn and Prose to the other earth to get healing for Andrew. She doesn't care if she will never be able to come back, and she doesn't care that she has to marry the king to do it. She just wants Andrew healthy again. This is where I start having a little bit of problems with the book. It's very creepy in a sense of they just want Meg to marry their kings. Everyone's like basically wanting her to be married and have multiple children. They don't ask her what she wants. They don't try to see what her needs are. They just are like, okay, you're a tool for our king, so be a tool. And everyone calls her the human. I mean, Vaughn and Prose do learn her name and call her by her name, but even the king, it's like the human, and they treat her like an object versus an actual being that has a brain and feelings. I was very uncomfortable with that whole thing. The reason I kept going with this book was because of the writing. The writing actually really captivated me and sucked me in, even though I didn't quite like what was going on and what was happening to me. But there is a twist about 70-ish% through, and I was really happy with that twist. That made the book a lot better. The ending felt a bit rushed. Like, okay, this is done. Let's hurry up, get the ending. And then it was done. I was like, I wish that there was a little bit more there, a little more meat. Same with the world building. While the world seems really interesting, I wanted more. That's kind of tend to why I like thicker fantasies. If they're gonna be a standalone or a series in fantasy, because you just get more juice to it. For the world building. I am one who loves world building. I really wanted more of the world building, especially with this gray earth, and a little bit more juice to it. And I think maybe I wouldn't have been as disappointed with this aspect to it. I think there's supposed to be like allegories in this. I'm not really quite sure. The whole spiritual content really isn't there that I saw. There are gifts in the other world. Everyone has like gifts to heal or to make plants grow, kind of that thing. Only like one time is it really talked about there being a unknown gift giver, which I'm gonna assume is God. But other than that, one time, it's not really talked about. And at the beginning, Meg prays maybe once, and that's it. So, yeah, it was a little lacking in that area for me as well. Majority of what I don't like is spoiler, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so yeah. I really was very much wanting more from the plot, and I wanted to not feel so uncomfortable with the main character and Calmus and everyone like treating her as an object that will help sustain their earth better, instead of like they should treat her like, at least have more than 2 characters treat her like an actual person in the new world. But unfortunately we don't really get that. And the ending with Calmus, unsatisfying, really, and what all goes kind of on with him. Like, I don't know how to feel with that ending, to be honest. Her writing is really what saved me from DNFing this book. Let me know if you've read this book and what your thoughts are on it, or if this is on your TBR. And I'm not going to discourage you from reading it. Quite frankly, I would encourage you to read it, because reading is subjective. What I don't like, you will probably like, or maybe even love. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!